So for me, there was a time that I called like communing with people traffic, like going into traffic, and in between 10 to 15 years ago, a lot of people aren't going to believe this, but if you see me sometimes in public, you can believe it. I had to force myself to go inline at the grocery store. Instead of checking out at the places, I had to force myself to talk to somebody because I had so much PTSD from dealing with people. But I knew I had to get out of the way to be able to deal with people because I had been burned so bad so many times. And it's not the getting burned didn't stop. It actually became more. I was just able to tolerate it more as it happens. And then I was like, okay, I'm done with that person. Let me move on to a situation. Heartbroken, let me feel into that. Let me channel into that pain, and then move from there. And here's one of the things that I've done over the time. And I feel a lot of times it's like the thermostat thing. A lot of times I do it. Most of the time I do it. I don't have to do it. But because if I'm looking in the thermostat, too cold, the heat kicks on. Too hot, the air conditioning kicks on. What I do is I channel into the fact. I'm in a coffee shop. I'm sitting there. I order my tea, and then I'm whispering "I love you" to everybody. And what that does is it creates a vortex that these people that could be a childhood wounds. All these people hate me. They're going to do this and everything. Or I don't know scientifically if I'm affecting the energy of the place, but I know it changes the way that in business how I move in the world.
Sure. Yeah.
Because and that's one of the things with grow locally. A lot of times people are less apt to pee on the strawberries if people in their community are going to be eating it. Situation. So we're getting places from different country and there's a disconnect. Or if we go military wise, somebody that's going to be doing stuff in hand-to-hand combat opposed to somebody that's in a building in whatever city that you're in bombing people in the Middle East in a drone strike.
Right.
It's so disconnected. It's like playing a video game to some of these people because they're not even doing it. And then let alone AI, it's just programming it once, and then while you're in Tahiti, it's just like laying people off and doing a lot of things. We have to become mindful in a balanced sort of way, and that's why I've been continuing able to get out of the way, is because I want to plant seeds that this isn't a good thing to be doing. Even though a lot of times I'm not meeting a lot of these people firsthand. Anything you wanted to add to that? No. I was dealing with a guy who he was going to have it so drones were delivering instead of Postmates or that the drones would be delivering it. And he's like, well, it'd be a lot more effective. They just pick it up from the restaurant and then the drone goes over there. And I was like, well, you're putting people out of